Budget is one of those words that are commonly used these days. We talk about it everywhere. We talk about it with friends when we go out. We talk about it with our family on our dining table. We talk about it with our colleagues, with our church members, with strangers even. We talk about budget. It has been normalized so much in our personal capacity that it is not a foreign term anymore. And we need to do the same for our business. Our business needs to have a budget. You need to know what your goals are financially for your business. Where do you see your business in the next 5 years? How do you see your business functioning within this year? How much of sales is your business going to make this year? How much are you going to spend on expenditure for the business in order for it to operate functionally this year? What kind of assets are you planning on purchasing so that you have enough resources for your business? These are all the things that you need to consider and will come up when you are preparing a budget for your business. I have somebody who once mentioned to me that, you know what, Pat, actually there's some expenditures that I hardly considered, but once I did a budget, they came to mind. Things that previously I thought to myself, these have to be personal expenditure. But in reality, these expenditures for the business. And I'm realizing now that I need to incorporate them in my business. And by doing that, I'm getting a true reflection of how my business will be doing, or actually has been doing in the past. Because there are these expenses that I need to incorporate. Maybe I'm not making as much profit as I thought I did, because these expenses were not incorporated. So I paid more taxes than I should have. Or maybe now, because I know these expenditures, I now need to look at my sale, my turnover, what I'm making. Is this really sufficient? Is the pricing correct? Am I underpricing or am I overpricing? How can I ensure that I meet my target? Where do I need to go? So by creating a budget, it rises up these questions that you need to ask. And these questions enable you to be in a position where your business can function. And of course, it wouldn't be a video by Patricia if we don't bring taxation into this. In your budget, you need, yes, I'm going to say it. In your budget, you need to include tax. If you have budgeted for your tax, plus or minus what you're expecting to pay, should you be in a position that you are paying taxes, right? It will not be a shock to you. It will not be a shock to your business when the tax season is opened and now you have to pay that amount of tax. That is one. The second thing is, because you have this budget and you know plus or minus how much you are expecting to pay on your taxes, you will most probably start creating a buffer, reserves, to make sure that you have the funds available when that time comes. Now, the good thing about this is, one, you will not be shocked, as I mentioned. Two, because you've got the funds, you will not avoid submitting your tax return because you don't have the money to pay taxes, which then will trigger penalties, right? And that is an extra form of expense that you did not plan for, that you do not have to pay. And now, because you don't have those funds, it triggers interest as well on late payment. These two expenses, your penalties and interest on late payments, could have easily been avoided should we have created a budget at the beginning of the year and ensure that we find ways on how to save for those taxes. I cannot promise you that you will always not pay taxes, and I cannot promise you that you will always pay a large amount of taxes. That is why business strategy and implementing the tax element of it is important, so that you can find out what ways can you then mitigate, some elements within the tax sphere to ensure that you either pay less taxes, or if you like, you don't pay taxes at all. But the only time you'll be able to know for certain where you lie on whether you're paying taxes or not is when you create a budget. Comment on the below. Let me know, how did you find this video? Was this video useful for you? Do you have a budget for your business? Do you have a tax segment on your budget? How has that helped you if you do have? If you do not have a budget, or if you have not budgeted regarding the tax, why have you not? I would love to hear your comments. And please subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, click that notify button, and we'll see you next time with more information on finance and taxation.